What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We gotta talk about this Kevin Samuels and Nicki Minaj interview. First of all, let me say this. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. That was a major move. Listen, every time I think Kevin Samuels' stick has gotten old, he doesn't really have anything else to talk about, there's nowhere else he can really go, he finds a way to put some type of a new interview that surprises me. So I gotta give it to the brother. And I respect Kevin Samuels for actually being able to reach out to women and try to move the conversations forward instead of just bitching and complaining about women like a lot of dudes do all the time. So shout out to Kevin Samuels. But the reason I'm reacting to this, besides the fact that one of my subscribers asked me to, is because I've been noticing a lot of people are upset about the way he conducted this interview with Nicki Minaj. A lot of men and women run around here saying, well, you didn't keep the same energy, you didn't talk to her like you talked to the other girls, blah, 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 blah. Let me explain something to you guys. Nicki Minaj is not another girl, okay? Nicki Minaj is not a regular girl off the street. Nicki Minaj is not a regular career woman. Nicki Minaj is not regular. The most successful and accomplished women, especially black women, in the entire country. Not being smart for him to talk crazy to Nicki Minaj because she wasn't talking crazy to him. I mean, this is just basic respect. Why would you come out your neck sideways there? And then especially you dudes, a lot of you dudes, man, y'all sitting here talking about some, man, he should have been busting her chops. He should have been saying this and saying that. And y'all the same dudes that when you see a pretty girl walking down the street, you act like this.
What is, I'm sorry.
Y'all the same dudes who let your mama, because you ain't got enough backbone to check your mama, put your girlfriend, your baby mother, or your wife in the backseat. She got an attitude like this. You're not about to get no head tonight. You're not about to get no ass tonight because you're scared to tell your mama she need to go in the backseat because that's your woman. But you telling Kevin Samuels to argue with Nicki Minaj. Get the fudge out of here. Listen, before anyone brings it up, I don't want to hear about Brittany Renner. Because I know some of y'all are going to say, well, Alex, when he talked to Brittany Renner, you was like he shouldn't have gave her that much respect. That's because Brittany Renner is a thought. And on top of being a thought, and we're not supposed to respect thoughts, I grew up in a different era. In my era, if you was a hoe, you didn't have a conversation with a hoe. A hoe came through, you either blew her back out, and you tossed her to the next dude, or y'all ran y'all train, or y'all did whatever. You didn't have an intellectual conversation with a hoe. But apparently nowadays, hoes get to go on Kevin Samuels and give their intellectual thoughts. Hoes get to go to JSU and talk about how to avoid hoes when they're hoes. Back in my day, I'm saying that like I'm super old, I'm not super old, but seriously, back in my day, you didn't get to be Karen Superhead and write a book about how great your neck is and how much you gave it to celebrities and then go on shows and be respected as an intellectual and get to talk about it. So no, I don't think if you're going to disrespect college educated women that you should have gave respect to Brittany Renner. But again, this is not Brittany Renner, this is Nicki Minaj. What the hell was he going to say to Nicki Minaj? Nicki Minaj has one kid. She had it with a husband. She's not a baby mother. She's at the peak of her career. She's an entrepreneur with multiple streams of income, and she's gorgeous. What were you going to say about her? There was nothing to say about her. So at the end of the day, Nicki Minaj wasn't coming on his platform being disrespectful. Did I think they have like the world's best dialect? Not really, but there was some good gems that came out of it. I thought one of the dopest things that was said was that Nicki Minaj asked Kevin Samuels to rate her. Now, he played it smart, and instead of just rating her, he asked her to rate herself first. And she didn't catch that trick bag, and she gave herself a 7. And he was like, I'm surprised, I would give you a 9. Now, me personally, Nicki Minaj, in my opinion, is one of the finest women, period. She's always been fine to me. She's beautiful, face-wise. I don't usually like people with fake bodies, but Nicki Minaj just does it, period, for me, okay? But anyway, she gave herself a 7. That was one of the most enlightening things because you have a bunch of ratchet Rihannas, leftover lo mains, refried beans, and trailer park Tracy's who come on the show and be giving themselves 9s and 10s. But here we have Nicki Minaj giving herself a 7. I told you guys before, a lot of times, the most beautiful women are the most humble. Okay, so he gave her a 7, Kevin Samuels gave her a 9, I give her a 10, but either way, I thought that was one of the most productive parts of the interview because it just went to show you women really are delusional because Nicki Minaj thinks she's a 7 and y'all think y'all 10s. Crazy talk. There's a difference between being confident and being crazy. And if you calling yourself a 10 and you just heard Nicki Minaj call herself a Kevin, you're crazy. And it also backs up what he said about Sweetie when he said Sweetie is like a 7 or something. And I told y'all I agreed with him about that. If you went to any HBCU, All the AKAs look like sweeties. All the light-skinned girls look like sweeties. There's nothing particularly special about Sweetie. But with that being said, did the conversation necessarily move anything forward? No, but I think Nicki Minaj co-signing him, not cussing him out the way a lot of black women wanted him to cuss him out, listening to his point of view and saying, hey, look, I agree with a lot of the stuff you're saying. I don't think you're saying anything crazy. If I got something to say to you, I'll come back. But just them having that dialogue, I think Nicki Minaj stamping him is going to help a lot of women listen to some of the stuff he says. Do I agree with everything Kevin says? No, but he has a lot of good points. So someone like Nicki Minaj coming on there, listening to the things that he says, if that could bring some more women in to kind of understand men's point, or the black man in particular's point, and bring us a little bit closer together, I think that's a good thing. I don't know why y'all always looking for drama and fights. But women, I can kind of understand it because they're women. Women like drama. But for grown men to be like, man, you should have cussed her out, da 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 da. I don't understand that. I thought they had about as productive of a conversation as they could. I think it's good. I think it's going to help move the conversations forward between black men and black women, successful black men, successful black women, and just the culture in general. And to me, that's really productive. A lot of these MGTOW red pill talking points to me are not productive because at the end of the day, we're not sitting down and understanding each other. Rather you're feminist, rather you're MGTOW or whatever. If we're not coming to a constant agreement or understanding, there's just a whole bunch of negative yelling and sensationalizing of the negative aspects of either gender, and I don't think that that's productive. So to me, this was productive. It could have been a little bit more profound, but it was still productive. I don't have a problem with it. I don't think Kevin Samuels should have cussed her out. I didn't expect Kevin Samuels to cuss her out. You dudes got to slow down with this Jerry Springer drama show stuff that y'all want. Y'all want Jerry Springer drama? You got Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit always having Jerry Springer drama, okay? So that's my thoughts on the show. Big ups to Kevin Samuels. Big ups to Nicki Minaj. I think it's helping push the culture forward. Personally, I hope we have more dialect like that. Like I said, a little bit deeper, but still it's a step in the right path. I'm Alex, and I'm out. Peace.